I got a story about snails for you.
I'm sure you do.
So, as part of my job, I am working with ISCO codes, and I don't remember exactly what that stands for. It's like the International Standard Class. I do remember. It's the International Standard Classification of Occupations. So every single job almost fits into like these categories of jobs, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And like I was like working with this drop down menu. I was trying to find like just typing in random jobs. I was trying to find like nail technician. I didn't find that. I did find snail breeder.
Snail technician.
A snail technician, yeah. So then I looked it up. I was like, how are there enough snail breeders that this is like a discrete industry? Because like I know people have snails as pets. People also have snails as food. But like I always figured it was really niche. I didn't really think about it too much. Yeah, and I found like one of like Europe's foremost snail breeders. She's a woman from Poland who's really just in it for the love of the game. Like she has a day job.
Okay. She just likes to also breed snail.
She loves it. She's all about it. She even has like detailed instructions on how to like pack a snail for shipping.
You take us little baggie and you give us little snail socks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not far off, except instead of socks, it's like sphagnum moss.
Gross.
Anyway, if you look up giant African land snails, the first picture that's going to come up is a picture of a woman holding a giant snail flat in her hand, and she's wearing like a green Henley shirt, which is the reference photo that I used for my snail tattoo. That's her!
Oh.
Yeah.
It 100% is. All right.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's a giant snail.
It's so big. Yeah.
That's a huge snail. I'm not usually skeeved out. I don't want that to touch me.
They're fun. I mean, they're extremely invasive in Florida, and they will eat anything. Like, they're literally eating, like, the plaster off of people's houses. But if you live in a cold climate, they're great pets.
They're cool. Sure. You know where they stay where you put them. Maybe.
They don't.
They probably don't.
They,
now that I said that out loud,
they go
like
very
everywhere.
slowly.
It's just like slowly climbing up the side of your wall.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
That's Jeffrey. It's fine. Don't worry.
Jeffrey's fine. It's Samantha you need to watch out for. She is mean. She will eat your scabs right off.
I haven't seen Samantha. You have a second one? I haven't seen Samantha. Don't turn around.
Oh God, you don't have any scabs, do you?
Oh, my scabs!
Polydactyl.
Vociferous.
Bombastic.
Rectangle.
Big words for smart people.
Hey, this is Big Words for Smart People, the only podcast that makes dumb guys smarter and smart guys more smarter. I'm Frankie. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm here with my brother.
Hi, Frankie. I'm Eric. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm so proud of you. I can see the pride in your face for getting through our opening. It was beautiful. Hi, Frankie.
Hi, Eric.
It's good to see you.
It's so great talking to you once a fortnight.
Yeah. It's great.
And no more.
And never again. We're in a whole family chat, and then we say things, and the other one just refuses to acknowledge that the thing has been said. It's a lot easier to ignore your sibling if they're in a different country and like multiple time zones away. You can pretend like it's just like you didn't see it because you were asleep, but in reality, you were like, I'm not dealing with that. And you sort of put your phone back down and don't look at it.
For what it's worth, I do that to everyone, even people in my time zone.
It's equal opportunity ignoring.
I love that you and your wife send so many pictures of your child. I enjoy them every single time. Yeah. There are only so many ways you can say, "Aw,
don't
cute.
Respond.
What a great kid."
Hey, can I tell you a secret? No one gives a shit. Like, I know that I'm sending it because I've now done my duty, one, to our parents, but 2, like, I recognize this thing about my kid. Here you go. I don't care if you respond or even see it. I did this for me and to show off the shield that I made for my child. Like, this, it doesn't matter to me. Like, you and your wife are very good about, like, leaving an emoji and then moving on. And that's all it takes. That's all you have to do. Like, I know. It's fine.
I want to be clear. I cherish every single photo. I got nothing to say.
There's a lot. There's nothing to say. Yeah. Hey, imagine that being your whole Saturday of being like, I love you. You're so cute. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, man. It's fine.
I love that you're here. Just I can't talk anymore. I can't.
That's how I felt today. I was so glad it was a work day, and I could just like relax and work. Do you want a word? Do you want to do a word thing? A word?
I would love a word. I'm out of words. I need a word.
You need a word. I've got a word for you. This week's word is endemic.
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 Endemic. Endemic is an adjective. It means belonging or native to a particular people or country. It can also mean characteristic of or prevalent in a particular field, area, or environment. It can also mean restricted or peculiar to a locality or region. It can also be a noun or be used as a noun, which is to say an organism that is restricted or peculiar to a locality or region. And you might hear endemic and think the word pandemic, right? It's a disease or outbreak of disease that's typically present in a particular region or population. Yeah. So lots of definitions. I mostly wanted to kind of spend the space of the time thinking about it as in its adjective form, but I think there's a really fun conversation in the noun version as well of belonging to or native to a specific particular thing. And I picked this word because I really like to use words in ways that are adjacent to their proper contextual use for the word. Right?
I see.
And so like you can use the word endemic just be like central to or a core tenet of X or Y thing. And so very like on the nose with our podcast, it's a big word you can use to make yourself sound smarter. And that's why I picked this word.
Mission accomplished. You can click off
now. Have you experienced the word endemic like before? Did you know what this was before I started saying it? What's your history?
Yeah, this is a word I'm very familiar with, at least in some of its definitions, because I myself am an enjoyer of organisms.
Okay.
So, I very often in my free time will go on Wikipedia just for random animals that I'm thinking about, or animals that I enjoy, or animals that I don't particularly enjoy, because I like learning about animals.
Sure.
So hearing the phrase, I don't know, the Bactrian camel is endemic to the steppes of Central Asia. Oh,
yeah,
I know
sounds
her.
Cool. Yeah. Hi. Wait a minute. That's cool. And actually, I'm glad you said that because I did some research. The big scary R word. I did some research because, like, in my head, when you say like this creature is endemic to a location, what that really means is like for an organism to be endemic, it has to only exist in a very specific geographical location. So
without human intervention,
right? There's this whole like idea of like zoos and other things as a way of maintaining this endemic status, but also giving us a chance to study them. But like an organism can.
You can also think about accidental human impacts on where an animal can be found. For instance, giant African land snails, are native, or excuse me, endemic.
They're native to, they're endemic to giant Africa.
They are endemic to giant Africa, which, as we know, lies directly below regular Africa.
It's in the clouds above regular Africa.
But it's also found in Florida. But it's not endemic to Florida.
It's not endemic to Florida. An organism can be indigenous to a place, but if they're also found in other places, they're not endemic to that place. But what was interesting to me was my own personal perception that like something being endemic was super rare, but it's kind of not that rare. It's kind of not that rare, right?
I think that being endemic is a quality that all animals have.
No,
almost. I mean, there's idea, like,
well, that's just it, right? Like, take the national bird or the state bird, North Carolina, which is the
cardinal.
Yes, the cardinal is not endemic to North Carolina because it can be found in multiple, like, geographic locations.
Well, sure, but you could say that it's endemic to the American Southeast.
It's indigenous to the American Southeast.
Or endemic to North America.
Well, yeah, that's just it. The endemic thing, like in that context, then humans are endemic to Earth, right? All known living organisms are endemic to Earth, and that is a valid like way of exploring it. But like the idea that this organism only occurs in this one lake in Southeast Asia is fascinating to me, right? Or Russia.
Gosh, I wonder which animal you're talking about.
I'm thinking about Russia and the Bacall seal. Because, man, Bacall seals are so cute. It's Bacall.
I think it's Bacall.
It's spelled Bacall. Oh, no, you're right. It's Bacall. So, like... It's not my fault. But
they're endemic to Lake Lore and Bacall.
Yeah, you get it. So Bacall seals, whatever. All it takes for something to be like truly, it's like to be an endemic species in that very like zoomed in sense is locations that do not have easy access to outside locations. Right, so you see a lot of endemic species on islands, like Darwin's finches were an endemic species on that one little island. And then caves. Islands are a good place for endemic species, and then like there are wild caves that like organisms exist there that will never and have never existed in any other place.
You're really speaking my language here. Endemic organisms is just...
It's pretty good.
This is my bread and butter. I love reading about caves. I love caving videos. I love reading about cave animals. You will never catch me in a cave because I feel like love of the cave is synonymous with fear of the cave.
Sure. Yeah, you start to understand why you don't want to go into said cave.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, you do not belong in the cave.
It's not for you.
The cave does not want you.
The cave doesn't want you. All right? Thunderball, don't go in there. I've been in a couple of caves for like scouting things and stuff, but I don't do any of the ones where you have to like turn sideways and suck your breath to get through. I'm not playing that game, man.
I think it's so funny that you went on like scouting expeditions because there's literally a very famous, very dangerous cave that has this one angle called Dead Boy Scout Curve.
Yeah. Listen. Somebody has to be the human canary in the cave coal mine to figure out what curve scouts can't survive.
History only marches on the backs of dead Boy Scouts.
Oh, man.
Can I... Oh,
yeah. No, go for it. I wasn't going to say anything.
So I get the impression that you have... much to say about a certain endemic creature that you feel very strongly about. I also have some endemic creatures that I'd like to talk about, but I want to give you space. I want to hold space for your Bacall seals.
I don't actually want to talk about Bacall seals that much. It was just an example I came up with that I thought everyone would recognize. I don't have this is weird. I don't have like a specific endemic species I would want to talk about. I think like endemic in terms of like the way we talk about wildlife is very interesting. And I totally didn't learn the word from playing a Monster Hunter game or anything. But I think there are other ways to use it as well. So I think we should talk about your animals and then we can circle back to like how there might be a more universal or like more conversational way of utilizing the word endemic when you're talking to people to sound more smarter. So tell me about, okay, I know you probably have like 9. You get 2.
Yeah, I could fill up like 10 episodes with this.
You get 2.
There's one that's at top of mind though, and I'm sorry to say, but I've juked you. It's not an animal, it's a plant.
Oh. Hey, you know what? I'm part of this podcast, and I'm also going to turn it off. You're going to talk about plants.
It'll be short. It's fine.
A short plant? That's even worse. I can't even see the damn thing.
Eric, have you ever heard of mega herbs?
Mega herb. Yeah, you can use it to power up your mega Pokemon in Gen 3.
It's actually former NC State basketball coach Herb Sendek.
Mega Herb like, Sendek.
Yeah.
It's me, Mega Herb. Narrowcasting to just our dad.
Nobody.
It's just our dad. You're welcome, Daddy.
But something about me, just a little fun fact about me, is that I'm basically like whatever the equivalent of a weeaboo is for Australia.
Okay.
I'm just I love Australia. I watch Australian TV. I like Australian like artists. I like Australian wildlife. So I often wind up on, those kinds of Wikipedia pages.
Oh boy.
And within like the jurisdiction of Australia is this really expansive series of sub-Antarctic islands.
Okay.
So they're these mostly uninhabited.
Mostly underwater. Okay.
Mostly underwater. Low-lying, very cold, windy, rocky islands that are like, within the vicinity of Antarctica. And in these islands, you find examples of island gigantism, which is something you find, across islands, no matter their geographic location. But since this is such a difficult and cold environment, they have some very interesting adaptations to the environment. For the kind of plants that they are, they're fucking huge. Like they can be up to like imagine like a dandelion or like a pansy that's like a meter across with these like fuck off huge leaves and these really large, elaborate, colorful flowers that are intended to attract like moth species, which are active for like 2 weeks out of the year. The one little like period of time where it isn't either too cold to be a bug or too windy to be a butterfly. I just think that's so crazy. And they're like genuinely very beautiful. Like
it's really cool when you have those spaces that kind of create like it to me it makes me feel like that's what it was like in the dinosaurs times.
Yeah,
definitely. When everything was like really big because like there was oxygen for it. Like
significantly
like there's
more.
all this other really cool stuff going on that like it had the chance to grow and then other factors didn't completely decimate them. Would you say your interest in Australia is an element that is endemic to you and your personality?
No, it has been acquired.
See, I think that's what's interesting. That's why I wanted to bring up the word endemic, because I think endemic gives us a really good way of talking about ourselves and also a way of talking about problems or situations or the things that we engage in, right? So like I like video games. I like video game discourse. I like talking about and playing video games. And like when you can talk about that, it's helpful to talk about how like there are certain elements of engaging with video games that are endemic problems of creating or talking about the game, right? Like the fact that there are so many different ways that an individual engages with any art, but especially video games where choice takes place, like is an endemic issue to game making when you are trying to convey a certain emotion or idea or concept. And it makes you sound way smarter than you actually are when you can use the word endemic, which is why we have the word today. But like, I do think it's kind of fun to think about, like, what about you is like, this is an endemic part, a native or prevalent characteristic of my being that like it or not, it will show up in the way I engage with other people and the way I engage with the world.
I feel like this teams really well with one of the words that we either have already done or will do soon.
They've already done. If we recorded it, it's out because I don't have anything banked. You're good.
But previously we were talking about idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
And this feels kind of like, if you're talking about like, how do people get their personalities, it's like nature versus nurture. So this is like the idiosyncrasies that are like from your nature.
Yeah.
To the best of our knowledge,
And and I think, I don't know, man. I think like I was trying to think about like what is it about me that like I would describe. And I think it's also interesting because like what would other people describe as endemic to the Frankie existence, right? Because like whether or not it's 100% true, like what would people ascribe to you or ascribe to me as like, that thing is like core to the Eric lifestyle, right?
I think I know what it is for me.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn.
I mean, yes, 100%.
I am terribly I am stubborn to the point where it is self-defeating.
Oh yeah. Do you ascribe any of that? Okay. Do you astrological bullshit?
Okay. So I think that astrological bullshit has two functions. One, it's an icebreaker.
Sure.
You're meeting some new people. You don't know what to talk about. Oh, what's your sign? Yeah. Whatever. Two, it's just a little bit of fun. I don't think it's gospel. I think that people who do think it's gospel need to maybe step back a little bit.
it lets us codify the inherent chaotic element of being, and also we as people just like
but there's so many ways to do that. Like what Pokemon type are you?
I know. No, I get it.
Do something crazy.
Listen, I get it, but we also like to find boxes to put ourselves in. The reason I ask,
I hate that too,
is only because our parents are both of a sign that is often attributed to being stubborn.
You can say they're Geminis.
Are attributed to being stubborn as an Aries.
Yes. But I'm an Aries on the cusp of Pisces, so I'm mean, but also I cry sometimes.
Yeah. Well, my son's also an Aries and is stubborn as hell. My wife is a Taurus, which doesn't even evolve. Boo. Boo. Which is stubborn. My life is filled with stubborn people, and so I don't know if I'm not stubborn or if I'm not stubborn in comparison to other people.
I don't feel like you're a very stubborn person. I feel like you're very affable. I feel like you really do well. Yeah. Lol. Lol, Raffle.
Lol, got him. LMAO. Lamau.
I feel like you really do well in like the role of like a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
I do remember when we were both living at home with our parents, like I was very argumentative.
What?
Our parents are also very stubborn. We would get into these huge fights and you would be the one to just kind of smooth things over.
Yeah. Somebody had to.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes, I agree with you.
Thank you for your service.
It set me up for my current career. I'm so glad you went with like core traits, because I was going to say like it's not even a love, my need for parallel play as a primary way of engaging with people over a long time is like endemic to my being at this point. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'd prefer to parallel play. Like, that is the way I need to engage with people if we're in like a long-term kind of like interactive relationship.
Yeah, because eventually you run out of words.
I'm done.
Just shut the fuck up together.
Just, will you please be quiet in the same space, man? There's navigating a relationship, especially when you're married, is always tricky. Did you know that this is mine and my wife's 10-year anniversary coming up? 10. Like of being married 10.
Being married.
So like,
wow.
Yeah, I know. Like that's too much. It's a lot. And like,
doesn't feel like it's been that long.
I know. This is one of our first times actually doing like an anniversary thing. Usually we don't give a shit, but we're actually gonna take a little trip. Anyways, like part of navigating that relationship, we're like 10 years in, is like both kind of coming to agreements about like what does relaxation time look like in the evening. And a lot of it is like taking turns or letting one of us choose what's on the TV and working on crafts in tandem where we don't have to talk. And there isn't any like, what are you working on? Or like, if my wife opens her phone and laughs at something, I don't go, what are you laughing at? It's just like, we're happy to exist in the same space. That's really nice. And I know it's not for everybody, but like, and like we had a conversation to codify it essentially. Like, are we both cool with this being part of our life?
It's good to have those conversations.
Yeah. I
think it leads to deeper and more meaningful like communication, you know?
Absolutely.
If you're both like completely on the same page of like, this is what this silence means. Oh, excellent. Golden. Love
Good,
it.
Got it.
Can't get enough.
But I think it's an interesting question. And I think like you'd have to contextualize. I don't think it would make a good icebreaker, but thinking about like, what are the things about you that are like endemic to your like modus of operation, the way you kind of exist in life is.
Dude, I don't know. That seems a little heady for an icebreaker.
That's why I said it wouldn't be a good icebreaker.
If you were meeting somebody.
No. That's why I said it wouldn't.
Just like, hey, like what's like something that's really core to who you are as a person?
How do you feel about death?
This is what, your sister's funeral?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Oh, that's bad. That sucks. Fuck. Ooh. What would you say would have been endemic to your sister if she hadn't kicked the bucket? Take a little piece of paper and a notepad. Ooh, tough room.
Yeah, I didn't ever really know Samantha, but I always really appreciated the way she I had a peanut allergy. Is that what killed her? Is that what killed her?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Car crash? Oh, good. Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Car crash.
Oh man. That sucks for you.
Man, we got to get on this public transit for Samantha. Okay.
Jesus Christ. I was going to make a joke about them serving trail mix at the funeral, but I'm glad you went ahead and just ran with it.
You know, in Australia, they call it scroggin.
I can't. All right, end the show. Cut it. Kill it. It's done. What's wrong with you? If you like what we're doing, please leave a like, comment, whatever in your podcatcher of choice. Christ alive. If you want to engage in our little community, there's a Discord link underneath the show information. We also have an email address, bigwords@smartpeople@gmail.com. Suggest what? Big words
at smart people.
Oh yeah. bigwordsforsmartpeople@gmail.com. If you have suggestions for words or feel like we used the word wrong, you can tell us.
Or
we won't read that
wrong.
one or pronounced it wrong.
Or maybe you've been to Lake Lore and Bacall. Let us know.
Yeah, and man, that's the problem of like reading a lot. You've experienced this where like you read a word 800 times and you try to say it once and you find out you've been saying the word wrong. Or you grew up in the South and you call crayons crowns and people make fun of you for calling them crowns.
See, that's never happened to me.
That's weird.
I did.
Me neither.
I did once go to a pharmacy here in Germany asking for a hot water bottle, which is Warmflasche, so warm bottle.
Yeah.
And I think I said it wrong because I'm pretty sure I asked for a worm bottle.
Oh.
A Wurmflasche.
I love my worm bottles. Yeah, I didn't know I said crayon wrong until I was a middle school English teacher. And I was handing out a box of crayons. And I said it, and I got made fun of by a classroom of 36 13-year-olds.
I bet they didn't let you forget that for the entire year.
I still haven't forgot it. Thank you very much, Mr. Sorensen's class.
You just walk into last day of school, they're like, hey, how are your crowns?
You're fired. I mean, suspended. I mean, tell us about our bee and wasp.
Oh, well, about that. You love the bee and the wasp in our logo, don't you? I don't know why I'm asking. I know you do. It's endemic to you to love our bee and wasp. You'll be delighted to know that those were illustrated by the wonderful and talented Lava Salmon. You can find more from her in the show notes.
Excellent. We'll be back in a week next Wednesday with another beautiful word. Until then,
we hope you have a very endemic week.